Are you slowly killing your business? I know that sounds dramatic, but the truth of the matter is there might be some things you're doing right now in the salon that are very slowly eating into your business and potentially putting you out of business. We're going to jump into this topic right now on the Biz Talk. That's a very dramatic title, Tracy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Don't put the music, please. Don't put the music.
It's early.
It's too damn early. Tracy and I were having this conversation about slowly, like your business dying a slow death, right? And we tend to see it in a lot of salons, like salons getting too comfortable, nail technicians getting too comfortable, but where we really saw it was in ourselves. And that's why this topic has come about. Yesterday, we had the honor and privilege of having a very fine gentleman come to our business yesterday. It's a
smart gentleman.
Very smart gentleman that we work with.
It wasn't Greg.
It was not Greg, myself, or Tracy.
None of us are not this smart.
We like to pick on Greg, but the truth of the matter is none of us could really do this. I actually reached out for help. Yeah. You know, I'm always looking to improve young nails. I'm always looking to make our business better. And I reached out, and we work with a company that helps us in so many different ways. You know, if it comes to social or marketing or advertising, and then even on the hardcore business side, the operations. And he came in yesterday and did a walkthrough. We gave him a tour.
Yep.
And he basically saw things that, to be honest with you, I had let go in the warehouse. I had let go as far as being comfortable with it, you know, like, and let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. To be honest with you, like our team here that works on operations and production and filling and receiving, they do a phenomenal job.
Oh my gosh, they're amazing.
They're amazing. They really do a great job. And for what I've given them to work with, they've done a spectacular job.
Absolutely.
So they can only do what...
Oh yeah, they inherited it. And they've improved as much as they could. Yeah.
So, you know, there's things that were like lying around and like old, you know, boxes and stuff that hasn't been used in a very long time and
really our fault.
Yeah.
No direction.
No direction.
No, they're like, we don't know what you want to do with that.
Exactly.
They've probably asked us 50 million times.
I'm certain of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just.
And for me, it's like, I'm thinking, it's not a big deal.
It's a box.
It's a box. It's sitting there. Like, it's not hurting anybody. And anyway, this gentleman came in yesterday, and he literally went through, and one little box that was sitting there, he was educating me on how this is currently eating up into our profits, and it's potentially, it's something that can really damage our business. Like, and he told me, you have to be incredibly conscious of every single bit of space in your business. Like your business, the space in your business is so valuable. And so like, I'm sitting there going, oh my God.
Well, it's what we teach all the time. Like your desk is your real estate. You got to be making the same amount in each space. And here
I am, leaving boxes and having like random inventory just lie around.
Oh, even equipment that no longer works,
correct.
But it's just like, it's hard to let it go because it costs so much.
Yeah. There's like old machinery that we have that I just, you know, I think we sold off a part of it. And then there's another part of it that was still there. And our team has literally asked me, I swear to God, probably 20 times, do we want to dispose of this? What do you want to do with it?
Sell it? What do you want us?
Exactly.
They're ready to go. Like they're like,
they're ready to go. And I've, no, it's fine. Like we're not utilizing that space right now. Just like let it sit. So what does it become? It becomes like a miniature little junkyard. And it's not like it's piled like random pieces of metal. It's just a piece of machinery that's sitting there. But I was told yesterday, like, with this space, Tracy and I were both in this meeting, and he was like, why don't you do A, B, and C? Why don't you do da, 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 da? This space here with this stuff that's taking up the space, you could be doing this. And oh, by the way, you could be doing this. And it was like, oh my God. It was crazy.
Well, you have 4 warehouses, right? 4.
We've got, yes.
4.
For a second, I was thinking 5 because he kept saying, is there a mystery warehouse?
Yeah, because we kept on finding stuff.
Yeah. We have
4.
We've got 4 warehouses.
He really actually, after he kind of designed everything out, got us into 3. Like, we have space to spare.
We have space to spare.
And we felt like we were cramped.
Yeah. We completely felt like we were cramped. Yeah. And it was funny because he was talking about moving, shifting things. And I literally was like, we can't do that. We don't have room. And him and our finance team, they were in this meeting, and the gentleman that heads our finance division here at Young Nails looked at me and he just said, Habib, do you realize that there's only this many people occupying this much space? And I was like, oh my God, you're right.
A room that could fit 25 people. We have 3 people
3 people in there.
There's no possible way of getting any more people in there.
I literally said that. And it's a perfect example of where I'm at.
Right.
Like, we work crazy hours here. Like, we're here at 7:00 in the morning. I'm not going to go to bed tonight until maybe midnight or 1 a.m. because we have multiple videos to shoot. And then on top of that, I have to edit and I have to cut them, and we got to post tomorrow. So I'm not going to get much sleep, and I'm wrapped up in the business.
Your own world.
Yeah, my own world of the business. And so I forget, or I haven't seen these things, right? It was a really important lesson for me yesterday to realize that these things have to be done. And
you have to look at it. Every day.
Yeah, you do. You do. You have to remind yourself of these improvements. Now, the good news is that I don't have any expectation of, like, today, walking in the office, we're going to have a perfectly organized, insanely incredible warehouse, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's not going to happen.
You would be severely disappointed.
Oh my God. That's how you lose your marbles, I think. That's how you lose your mind, right?
Well, and that's what he kept on saying. Like, we're like, well, we have to da-da-da. He's like, this is a plan.
It's a long project.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to take some time, right? So, like, how does this apply to you? Well, Tracy and I were talking this morning about it, and you were giving me some insane examples of, like, you've walked into salons in certain spaces, and what have you seen? Like, I was like, that can't be true.
The one I was telling you, people's personal life start taking over a little bit. And so I walk into the salon. I used to deliver product when I did distribution for you.
Okay.
So I walk into the salon. Actually, this would be multiple salons. This was a common thing in my town.
Okay.
And you walk in, and people breed dogs. So they would have playpens or roped off areas, gated, that had all these puppies in it, which are adorable, but smell because there's piddle pads, there's all this stuff. So you walk in, and not only are you hit by the smell of acrylic, which I love, but you're hit with the smell of
urine.
Because they're working, and the dogs have to do what they have to do. So, you know, it's just another example. I mean, there's examples of just walking in and just seeing garbage laying around or boxes laying around.
Right.
What's a harm of a box? But you get another one and another one. You get your deliveries of your product in. Electric files or lights that I wouldn't even touch.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Just like gross, but it is easy to do, Habib, because when you start, you have your business, you get it together, you want to be all professional, and then day after day, you're working there and you're working there, and things just slide. You just get used to seeing it.
Yeah.
And it gets worse and worse and worse.
It's easy for that to happen. It happens to us. Yeah. If you're in a consumer-facing business like you are in the salon as a nail professional, like, it has to be it's got to look good every single day. I mean, you have to put in that effort, making your station, your room look good, yourself.
And
exactly.
That's a huge one that I see. And I've been guilty of myself in salon. You know, especially when you own the place.
Oh yeah.
You're so excited when you first open. You get your new little outfits and your hair's done, and I somewhat put makeup on, and and it just, you get used to it, and you get used to it, and you get tired, and before you know it, you look like you've been kidnapped, thrown in your trunk, and taken to work, and just dropped off, tuck and roll, right into right into the office, right? It's easy to do.
Yeah,
and
it is
think,
easy.
Oh, I'm just going to do it this once. I'm just running in. But we have to think of how the customer walking in and seeing a dirty floor, dirty light, you looking,
kidnapped,
right. Not appropriate,
not a good look,
wrinkled. And then, and people start thinking of different things that are as rights. Well, it's my right to listen to this music.
Well, I think it's, like, let's take that as an example, right? Like, I grew up on hip hop.
Yeah.
Right. I grew up as a DJ. I spun records. It's the core of who I am. But, let's be honest, there's a lot of vulgarity in it, right? Which is why I like it. That's my personal preference. It's true. I love that about it. But if you're in a consumer facing environment, to have it blasting, and it's not just that, like if it's metal or punk, where that's also, there can be a lot of vulgarity there, and it's like hardcore. Right. I also like those music, to be honest with you. I played in multiple bands as well. So I have a huge love for so many different kinds of music. But, do I have that blasting here at the office?
It's your right to. It's your business.
Well, it's my business, correct. But it's not my personal life. Like, my business is not my personal life. My business is, it's really like, there's a customer element to it, and there's a certain type of professionalism that we've got to have. Right now, there's a fine line there. Like, I'm an owner that very much believes in having a good, solid company culture and letting our personalities come out, and we do. I mean, we do it here. We do it on the vlog. We do it.
We have fun.
We do.
There is that personality.
Of course, like
of you and Greg. That's intertwined with the business.
100%. Like, I'm not saying I'm going to walk in here and, dress in a suit every single day. I wear the same thing. I wear a black t-shirt, black jeans, sneakers, and either a hat, or if not a hat, I've got my hair combed, but I'm clean, right? Every single day, presentable. But the bottom line is that I'm not going to let, in the same way that I handle like the finances of the company, there's the business finances and there's my personal finances. I don't mix the two.
Right.
It's the same thing. Like, you've got to have some separation. You can't bring all of your personal life into your business. I strongly believe that. And, my room at home might be a mess, but like that room over there, we just had this huge thing where it's like, it's got to be organized. It's got to be clean, in here.
We let that slide. I mean, we let it slide for a while, and we're like, we can't do it. Because the minute we start getting embarrassed if someone shows up, not a lot of customers visit us here.
Right. It's all mostly B2B that we do.
But we do on occasion. So if we're embarrassed if someone would show up, then we need to do something about it.
Correct. That's exactly right.
And again, with the music, we're not talking about you have to play elevator music.
Right.
Have fun, but there just has to be something appropriate about it. So
Correct.
It's just looking at it with a new eye every day, like you're the customer walking in, just like the guy yesterday walked in.
Right.
And through our business, through your business actually,
right.
He was able to look at it with a fresh eye. So maybe that's something you should ask one of your friends to do,
And be honest.
And be honest.
Yeah.
Be honest. And you didn't have anybody clean up yesterday.
No. I did that on purpose. Like, I wanted, I didn't tell our team to get the warehouse cleaned because I want him to see it on a normal day exactly how it is. And here's the funny thing. I honestly thought, I was like, I think, I'm pretty proud. Like, cause it's not like it's gnarly,
Oh,
right? It's not at all.
We've been through some
Gnarly warehouses.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually, it's like if you walk in, you wouldn't be like, wow, this is a dump. You would not say that at all.
I would say it's clean.
Yeah, I would too. But
Cluttered.
yeah, there's
a cluttered clean.
there are random little things. It's like he looked up in the rack and saw one pallet with like boxes and there was dust on it. And he's like, dude, I can tell you have not touched that pallet in probably over 2 years. There's so much dust on that. Why is it in the warehouse? So it's things like that. You know what I mean?
Taking up space.
Yeah, it's taking up space. And then why is that box on the floor right there? Why? And so it was a huge check for me. Like I thought he was going to walk in and be like, this is actually pretty good.
Just walk out. You're good. Bye.
Yeah. Like this is not bad. Here's some improvements. I really did. I thought he was going to say, hey, this is actually pretty good, but here's some improvements. And no, I got dude, you can't have any, like, you've got to get this cleaned up, and it was a really good lesson for me, which is why we're talking about it with you today. And we really encourage you to take a look at your business, take a look at your salon as a nail professional, or hair or whatever you do, and be objective. How can you improve the environment or the condition, or can you get more organized and be more professional, not have certain things, don't let it go.
They may have some space too.
Correct.
Like we have all this space in the warehouse now that you are able to now increase business.
Huge.
Which means you're going to increase your income.
That's right.
It might be the same for you. If you have stuff just laying around, is there a spot for another desk?
Yeah.
Another person?
Right.
Potential income, a retail area, something like that.
Yeah.
Is it just, if just reorganizing and then cleaning it up? And if you are starting to notice that your business is trailing off, which is what we were talking about, like slowly killing your business, you really better start looking at it with this fresh eye.
Yeah, I think those are really good points. And this is the challenge. This is how I would like to end this is right now, take a look at your business. Do one thing today, a very simple, just easy thing. Take that box and remove it. Do one thing that will improve your environment, and then try to get like kind of a long-term plan of something you can do over the next 3 months to make that extra space. I love that idea of potentially a retail space, something that will generate more income and improve your bottom line. And with that, I'll say thank you for joining us this week, and we will see you next week on the Biz Talk.